welcome back for the second video of Behind the Scenes with Wanda Clark. If you didn't figure out from the first one, this is kind of a round table discussion, so we're not directly addressing the camera, but we know you're there. So if you're just kind of wanting to listen in, then feel free, grab a drink, and sit back and listen. And if you didn't see Wanda Clark's documentary that she gave me the material to create, it's called My Time with Lucy, and you want to check that out because it's all about, very detailed about Lucy. And what else would you say about that, Wanda?
Well, it was a pleasure doing. You're a very talented young man, and I watch it often. I show it to everybody I know.
Well, it had a whole bunch of views in my former YouTube channel, and I had to create a new channel, so I lost all those views. But it's starting to get back up there, and hopefully now it gets more exposure.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we left off in the last video. We talked about you coming to speak at RSU, and you again mentioned that Desi was really the visionary.
He was.
But as I understand it, Lucy did all of her own stunts.
She did, and she loved working with props. And the writers, the original I Love Lucy writers, were the same writers on her radio show, My Favorite Husband, that I Love Lucy is based on. And Madeline Pugh Martin Davis was her full name. She wrote every one of Lucy's series, but some physical stunt Madeline would do to make sure it could be done, and then Lucy would she loved it, like the stills. Well, that was the Lucy show because Madeline Bob still wrote that, but the I Love Lucy's, anything that was a stunt, Madeline had tried it out first as they wrote it. And but Lucy just loved doing things like that, walking on stilts or getting her head caught in the loving cup. That's another I Love Lucy show. She got it at the racing stables, the prize, she got her head stuck in it. I can laugh just thinking of those shows.
So I assume you grew up watching I Love Lucy?
You know, I didn't.
No?
Debbie. I certainly knew who Lucille Ball was, but in the 50s, my folks didn't have a TV.
Oh.
So in the 50s, I didn't watch any shows. And
So did you listen to the radio?
Yeah, I grew up with radio. I still, I usually look away if I'm watching TV if I hear it. But anyway, when I went to work for Lucy, I had not seen an I Love Lucy. She was doing the Lucy show when I started, the second season of the Lucy show, which was still very, very physical comedy for Lucy and Vivian. Lucy always said that Vivian Vance was the best script doctor. If something wasn't working, if one of the scripts had some things in it that didn't quite seem to be logical or easy to do, Lucy and Vivian could put their heads together and
Rewrite it. Make it work.
Anyway, it's easy to get off the subject, Tim. I
So,
wonder a lot.
like, did you watch Lucy's movies at all before? Because I know she did movies before she
Oh yeah,
did television.
She did 86 or 8 movies over her career, most of them in the 30s and 40s, and before she married Desi.
And there was like serious roles. I mean, I've seen a couple of them.
Very much so. But you know, the movie house in my little town of Idabel, Oklahoma, had a movie theater,
Huh.
but they were open on weekends and they only showed westerns.
Oh.
I never saw a Betty Davis movie until I grew up and left home. But I could tell you anything you want to know about Johnny Mac Brown. Anyway, I just knew who Lucy was, of course, everybody.
Well, yeah.
And once I started working for her and heard all the stories from my friend Cleo, who was there,
Grew up with her
in the family, so her stories weren't made up.
Oh,
so I heard all the stories. And gradually I have seen them all, I guess. I have copies of most of the I Love Lucy's because they've been put on DVD, and the other series have too. And I still watch them occasionally. I have a friend in Fresno, California, who does an internet TV show, and he'll call me 3 or 4 times a year and tell me, he says, go back and watch this show. I want to feature it on my show and call you and talk about it. So, and I love talking to Ronnie. He's cute and sweet, and he appreciates it.
So when you started working with her, what was she working on at the beginning?
She was working on the Lucy show, which was after I Love Lucy. Lucy and Vivian Vance again shared a house. Lucy was widowed, Vivian was widowed or divorced, I think, and they had children, and it was just a lot of the same of I Love Lucy, except Desi wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then after that, she did Here's Lucy, where her own children played her children on the show. And that was a fun show. We had an awful lot of big celebrities. Just about everybody you could mention. I think Carol Burnett did the Lucy show and Here's Lucy several times. Lucy liked working with Carol. She was, besides just being a terrific entertainer, she was fun to be with. And like Wayne Newton, he did 3 Lucy shows over the years. 2 of them he played himself and featured his beautiful Arabian horses.
Oh.
And Lucy's kids, Lucy and Desi Jr., took riding lessons for, I think, several months to be able to ride.
His horses?
And ride, I think dressage was the gait that Wayne's horses did. Beautiful riding horses. So, and a lot of musical stars did those Here's Lucy shows, from Ernie Ford to Mel Torme.
So she liked still having music on her show even after, because I Love Lucy, Desi was a band, it was in a band and stuff, so they always had, music in the show too.
They did. A lot of music stars. And in her personal life, Lucy was a big fan of Bobby Darin, and she put on an 8-track.
I know what an 8-track is.
I remember.
Her grandma would. And dance around the house playing to Bobby Darin. Oh, she liked it. And a few years ago, well, maybe 12, the Lucy and Desi Jr. donated their father's music to the Library of Congress. And then Lucy Arnaz went there a little while after that and got some of his Desi Sr.'s music out and developed a show, a stage nightclub show with like, I think maybe 12 or maybe 14 musicians, and she calls it the Babalu Orchestra, and it's featured mainly a lot of Desi's music arrangements. And it's a wonderful show. And one time I saw it she got Desi Jr. to be on stage with her, but he's not driven to work like his mother and his sister. So she's only been able to convince him a few times to do that. He says, no, I'm busy. But the music, Lucy sings and dances, Little Lucy, and it's very special. She's got a couple of CDs out of it.
Oh.
Well, we can talk more about music and variety shows, it sounds like, is our next topic when we come back in our next video.